let me know.
All set.
Okay. Good morning and welcome to the Select Board meeting for Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025. It's a single-purpose meeting, and before we actually hear the motion, I'm going to turn it over to the acting town administrator to explain what we're doing.
Okay, well, here's the culmination of a lot of work that went into this particular borrowing, some of which we mentioned at a previous Select Board meeting as it related to our review by S&P Standard & Poor's, which affirmed the town's AAA bond rating. And so the positive effects of that rating was reflected in the bidding that went out for these bonds that we'll read this morning. It encompasses $10.185 million, includes, I'll say, five major items. The first being the sewer interconnection for $1.785 million. That's going to include our last payment to Chatham under the IMA. Remember, it was $6 million for us to get our 300,000 gallons per day capacity. So this payment due in March, on or before March, will represent the last payment of that, which is good. The largest portion is for the Great Sand Lakes 3A sewer extension project. That's $3.5 million. There's two ambulances being purchased for $1.1 million for two, a pumper and a fire engine for $1.3 million. And then the only non-exclude part of the borrowing is for the irrigation project at Cranberry Valley for $2.5 million. I just want to mention we put out there that we received what I'll call a true interest cost of 3.029%, which is amazing. When you hear the motion read by the clerk, you're going to hear some different numbers. You'll hear interest rates at 5% and 4%. But then you'll also hear about the bond premiums at different interest rates that are much lower than that. And what that means is there's a coupon rate, which is what's actually listed on the bond. But there's also what's called the true interest cost, which is the weighted average of the interest rates that you'll hear, but also includes the bond premium that the town's going to receive because of its great credit rating and for the sale of the bonds, which adds up to about $695,000 premium back to the town. So what that means is it reduces the principal amount from 10.185 down to 650. We receive the whole amount, but we'll get that, plus we'll get a check essentially for $695,000 that represents the premium on that. So it represents what's a true interest cost to the taxpayer of 3.029%, which is an amazing rate for the town to get. So kudos to Harwich for a great effort and all the work that went in from the finance team and others that contributed to our call with S&P. And I mentioned that's a pretty extensive process. We met numerous times to go over our playbook, how we were going to present our information to S&P in the best and most logical manner and answer all the questions. And we did that extremely well. So thank you to all the people on our team that contributed to that. So that's the essence of what we're doing today.
And before I turn it over to the clerk, I also want to add my thanks because there was a deadline to have this done, and there were a lot of people that made a lot of efforts to be here. You'll hear the motion in a second and understand that there's a lot of work that goes into this, but I appreciate everybody making the time to make this happen. So, Mark?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Today we're here to review and approve the municipal bond results. We're going to vote to award the town's $9,490,000 bonds to Fidelity Capital Markets, a division of National Financial Services, LLC. Winning bidder for the bonds on October 16th, 2025, and in connection therewith, approve the terms of the bonds and such other details of the bonds as recommended by Troutman Pepperlock LLP, bond counsel to the town. I, the clerk of the Select Board of the town of Harwich, Massachusetts, certify that at a meeting of the board held on October 22nd, 2025, of which meeting all members of the board were duly notified and at which a quorum was present, the following votes were unanimously passed, all of which appears upon the official record of the board in my custody. Voted that the sale of the $9,490,000 general obligation municipal purpose loan of 2025 bonds of the town dated October 30th, 2025 the bonds to Fidelity Capital Markets, a division of National Financial Services, LLC, at the price of $10,288,601.99, and accrued interest, if any, is hereby approved and confirmed. The bond shall be payable on October 15th of the years and in the principal amounts and bear interest at the respective rates as follows. Year 2026, the amount $395,000, rate 5%. 2027, $1,290,000 at 5%. 2028, $1,505,000 at 5%. 2029, $1,245,000 at 5%. 2030, $1,050,000 at 5%. 2031, $270,000 at 5%. 2032, $270,000 at 5%. 2033, $270,000 at 5%. 2034, $270,000 at 5%. 2035, $270,000 at 4%. 2036, $270,000 at 4%. 2037, $265,000 at 4%. 2038, $265,000 at 4%. 2039, $265,000 at 4%. 2040, $265,000 at 4%. 2041, $265,000 at 4%. 2042, $265,000 at 4%. 2043, $265,000 at 4%. 2044, $265,000 at 4%. 2045, $265,000 at 4%. Further voted that in connection with the marketing and sale of the bonds, the preparation and distribution of a notice of sale and preliminary official statement dated October 9, 2025, and a final official statement dated October 16, 2025. The official statement, each in such form as may be approved by the town treasurer, be and hereby are ratified, confirmed, approved, and adopted. Further voted that the bonds shall be subject to redemption at the option of the town upon such terms and conditions as are set forth in the official statement. Further voted that the town treasurer and the select board be and hereby are authorized to execute and deliver a continuing disclosure undertaking in compliance with SEC Rule 15C 2-12 in such form as may be approved by bond counsel to the town, which undertaking shall be incorporated by reference in the bonds for the benefit of the holders of the bonds from time to time. Further voted that we authorize and direct the town treasurer to establish post-issuance federal tax compliance procedures and continuing disclosure procedures in such forms as the town treasurer and bond counsel deem sufficient, or if such procedures are currently in place, to review and update said procedures in order to monitor and maintain the tax-exempt status of the bonds and to comply with relevant securities laws. Further voted that any certificates or documents relating to the bonds, collectively the documents, may be executed in several counterparts, each of which shall be regarded as an original, and all of which shall constitute one and the same document. Delivery of an executed counterpart of a signature page to a document by electronic mail in a PDF file or any other electronic transmission shall be as effective as delivery of a manually executed counterpart signature page to such document, and electronic signatures on any of the documents shall be deemed original signatures for the purposes of the documents and all matters related thereto, having the same legal effect as original signatures. Further voted that each member of the Select Board, the Town Clerk, and the Town Treasurer be and hereby are authorized to take any and all such actions and execute and deliver such certificates, receipts, or other documents as may be determined by them, or any of them to be necessary or convenient to carry into effect the provisions of the foregoing votes. I further certify that the votes were taken at a meeting open to the public, that no vote was taken by a secret ballot, that a notice stating the place, date, time, and agenda for the meeting, which agenda included the adoption of the above votes, was filed with the town clerk, and a copy thereof posted in a manner conspicuously visible to the public at all hours in or on the municipal building that, that the office of the town clerk is located, or, if applicable, in accordance with an alternative method of notice prescribed or approved by the Attorney General as set forth in 940 CMR 29.032B, at least 48 hours, not including Saturdays, Sundays, and legal holidays, prior to the time of the meeting, and remain so posted at the time of the meeting that no deliberations or decision in connection with the sale of the bonds were taken in executive session, all in accordance with General Law, Chapter 30A, 18-25 as amended, dated of October 22nd, 2025, signed by the clerk of the Select Board.
So the motion is as read and is also contained in the written documents that are going to be presented. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? It's unanimous. So we will be signing the documents. And we're still in public session until we're finished. You've done really good. You passed the audition. You passed the audition.
Community additions. Sign this shit.
Don't die until you finish signing.
Kind of like the SATs. Pencil till you're instructed to do so.
have three.
That's right.
No, but he's the clerk.
Oh, he's the clerk. Hurry up and sign.
Yeah, hurry up and sign so that he...
Okay, we'll start there.
Whoops. Yeah.
So they'll go, once we have them all, we get a file from Emily, and she'll do this.
Do these need to be kept separate for you? So when I fire them over, should these be?
So that was with the one pile of 20, so that's fine. I'm moving the rest clipped together.
Okay.
So when you look at these, just make sure that there's
Jason.
not a page under. So we
Okay.
don't have 2 pages, more than one.
Okay. I want you to, these are all the same.
As long as everything
I
gets
haven't been
signed,
counting.
let's put things back.
Yeah, yeah.
This,
Maybe I think.
no, I think we still have a couple more.
And be mindful that we're doing this in public session and that we're going to eventually need a motion to adjourn.
Well, you'll see, so Jeff is starting with the next batch that
Okay.
we're put together.
Oh, good.
Where's that bird?
We should have read it.
Yep. You want
Where's the auto
want me to
pen
send
when
all
you need
20 of
it?
them back?
No.
No auto pen.
Stamp. No,
Save.
I know.
You gave me mine as a souvenir.
So this is the last one.
There you go. It's just an agenda. Yeah. I just. Feel like you're signing your life away. I guess there was just one on that one. Yeah, just kind of check me, please.
So this goes to Emily.
You're good?
Yeah, that one goes to Emily. No, the other one. You're lucky.
Don't think I've watched on. That should be all set.
This is what you just,
Those are the 20.
oh,
Those I just marked down.
That's all set. This one. Okay, good. It does work.
Hiding anywhere, right? Take all the souvenirs.
No souvenirs. All right, there being no further business in front of us, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved?
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? It's unanimous.